Coming up, the Raiders and Colts face off for the 4th straight season. The common theme in the previous 3 meetings? Offense, with these two combining for 196 points. We'll see if either defense can step up next.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Here's Isaac. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. They're led by their 6-year quarterback out of North Dakota State, a former Pro Bowler, Carson Wentz.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Wentz finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 70 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
When they've needed a play this year, he's the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
7 yards, the pickup there. On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Into the secondary, past the 40. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards to pick up there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd down and 8.
The 22-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week, because we know the division title wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and man. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to Taylor on first down. Fights through him. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the handoff, Taylor. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and then cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ballgame. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Pass incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Harris Campbell, 81 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the keeper.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. And they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down and goal. Carr, flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Wentz. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox as tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack on first down, Wentz. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We get started in the AFC. A couple of Midwestern teams doing battle. Kansas City and Cincinnati. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw his Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goal. And that's caught inside the the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 84 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 27. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A solid stiff arm. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now he's flushed out left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. We'll check on his status when we get back. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. That is into the hands of Patman. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Taylor. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A good running there by Jacobs on 1st down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. For it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.